DiVincenzo disrespected Fontecchio, picks up the offensive foul. And now, again, a shoving match once again. Stewart, it's too bad because he does so many positive things out there. Oh,
gotta stay.
It's gonna,
man,
for the Pistons, offensively and defensively.
Ron Holland was a really good high school player. Good fake.
Reed turned the corner and is fouled by Holland.
Man, oh, come on now.
Big time brawl now in the front row.
Gotta stay.
It's going to take a lot to break this up.
You gotta stay out of the crowd. This is not good.
This has been building on the last handful of possessions. Naz Reid had taken exception to Holland and was wagging a finger in his face. This crowd who braved the cold and the snow on its feet applauding the intensity. The Timberwolves finally showing some fight in this ball game. And the officials are going to have a lot to look at as you look at DiVincenzo's neck.
The coaches are getting into it. The coaches are literally fighting with each other now, too. J.B. Bickerstaff getting into it with Pablo Prigioni. I mean, this is ridiculous. And they're both wearing black, so you can't tell who is who. I don't think I've ever seen that before, Michael. I don't think I've ever seen a big melee like this and then have the coaches both getting into fights as well. This is...
Nurkic, when he's going to be hit with an offensive foul.
They're probably going to take a look at it as well.
Boy, now we've got Nurkic and Najee Marshall as Marshall leaned back and threw a punch at Nurkic. And that will likely end the night. Nurkic took a direct shot. Lindsey, the crew chief, directing Najee Marshall back.
Well, Najee Marshall might as well know that he's going to get about 5 games.
That'll be the end of the night. Yeah, so both players. So you see Nurkic backing down. He got an elbow kind of up into the face.
Yeah, but he's off balance.
And Nurkic walking back. And something was clearly said. Well, Nurkic kind of took a swat at him. And then Najee Marshall loads up. So there was a push, the brush of the face, and then Marshall.
He missed the punch.
He missed the punch.
I thought he punched him and he fell, but it was more so he was off balance. He kind of rubbed his hand across. Oh, he did catch him. He caught him in the ear.
A little bit of the ear.
When the Euro stepped sharp, who thought he was going right at the basket, to at least get one. Oh, we got Watford and Miles on the far side, and everybody's going over there. You got to keep the guys on the bench. Yeah, got to keep the guys on the bench. Because you get off the bench in a brawl, in a fight, then you get taken out. Obi and Watford and Miles, everybody just needs to calm down. But this is the frustration that's going on here. The screen, look, going toward half court. That starts it. That's a cheap shot. And Miles protects his teammate. And then you see Watford, who's now, that's the second time, now the third time he's hit somebody. So the officials rightfully get him with 2 technicals and an automatic ejection. Okay, and Miles, he's not going to leave it unprotected. Mather just tries to come and help.
Julius and stay in front, does that clean switch, forces a tough shot. Like he's doing things on both ends.
His defense was a big part of their NBA title during that playoff run. Minnesota has 6 turnovers here in the 4th quarter. Christian Brown goes right at Gobert. Oh, what a slam for Christian Brown. And Gobert puts his arm around her shoulder. Westbrook now gets ahead. After the slam, Brown and Gobert face to face. Gobert didn't appreciate it. Christian Brown with one of the dunks of the early season.
Oh my God. Takes off on the Stifle Tower, the 4-time Defensive Player of the Year. That's how you go at a chest. Oh.
And you see, Gobert throws him away. So, but potential hostile act on Gobert. They might throw a taunting technical at Brown.
I was just going to say, Mike, I think that
take that taunting technical every single time.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes. It's going to be a taunting technical. I don't think there's a doubt. Because what he does is go into his chest after the dunk. This is appropriate. Go ahead, finish on him, young sir. But that right there, that could be perceived as taunting.
Not perceived, that is taunting, and you should taunt a 7-footer if you go and put him in a body bag like that. You should taunt him, but there's also repercussions to taunting. That was a dunk.
And you see other players coming in, so officials look at that too. Did anybody come in that weren't a part of those two
stay on the bench,
escalate the situation?
Leading up, another one. No, not this time. And then Brooks ties up Gilgeous-Alexander. Here's Williams. Here come both teams. Here comes Rocket security. And we got a scrum in front of the Rocket bench.
I love it. Look at both teams. They're just loving it. Jalen Williams is screaming in there. And those two buddies, so they're having a good time. Dylan Brooks. Anytime Dylan's involved, he's going to have someone at it, man. And both teams saying, no, we get it, man. It's just good basketball from both those guys. But how about this fight, man? What a game, man. Living up to all the expectations. You got
security personnel for both teams out there.
You see the players are going, we're fine, guys. Go back to the bench. Here's a play here, Craig. And these two, similar. Dylan going after it, getting that board. He's got all ball. Lifts Shea off his feet, man. Somebody's been in the weight room. Somebody hasn't. And Dylan Brooks screaming, and look at these guys nodding their head and excited, man. Boy, this is just good basketball in both hands.
Jeff Green,
Jeff laughing.
FGA is laughing. Here's look.
Look at this, man. I've been in the weight room. You haven't? Well, I'm taking two guys with me, man. How about Dylan Brooks?
So they're going to ultimately look at this, but for me, let's just play on.
They're buddies. They're friends.
There's nothing there. It's like you
going to review the play for an altercation that doesn't immediately resolve itself.
There's nothing there.
Yeah, there's smiles.
There's nothing there.
Kept alive, Chris Paul. McDaniels and Sohan wrapped up. McDaniels was hot. He got knocked down. He grabbed Sohan's jersey. And Jeremy kind of tugged. McDaniels didn't like it. Grabs his jersey. Champagnie, Barnes in there trying to play a peacemaker.
Yeah. I mean, Charles Oakley, Bill Lambier, Larry Bird, they're yawning at this.
We saw Dylan Brooks come in here last week and stir up a whole lot of nothing, as you put it.
Yeah.
Good in the first two games. Porter lost it. Got bumped. And Barnes. Oh, Barnes. Wow, and Barnes is livid. And Westbrook and Barnes are into it. Look out! No.
And Barnes way overreacted a little bit.
They want to get Gordon out of there.
Westbrook got his arm, so him this angry, I'm sure they'll now maybe look to assess the flagrant on Westbrook. Barnes wants to come back in once more.
The Peacekeepers rushed out there quickly, Scott Hastings.
Yeah, me and Eddie standing up over here.
I know.
Well, you got a turnover on the other end. Pretty handsy. And he just grabbed that left arm.
Yeah.
Didn't throw it down or anything like that. Just kind of whatever. I thought, we'll see what the officials want to do, but I thought a little bit of an over-aggressive, but they may say he was...
Better on Barnes. I'm mad. You got knocked down. Not many times you've said that to me or said it on the air in 21 years.
There's not a fault there. The reason it became a flagrant because Barnes got so angry.
Well,
yeah, whatever.
It was interesting how Gordon and Barnes got tangled up.
From three-point range. Mitchell off balance. And timeout Cleveland. As Mitchell and Bain. Okay. Squabble up. Here comes security to break it up. Both players did not want to give up the basketball. Eating out of there. This is going to be interesting for the officials to look at in terms of a hostile act.
Please remain in your seats and do not enter the floor area. Thank you.
Well, fortunately for the Grizzlies, on this exchange between Desmond Bain and Donovan Mitchell.
Okay, so Donovan Mitchell's on the ground, and as they both tussle for the basketball, this is the interesting part. The New Yorker knows to try to get leverage and get on top of things.
To Monty and Shaden. Edwards pushing Delano. They got to call the first one on Edwards.
Delano. Need to step away. Need to step away.
Delano's upset because he got pushed first.
Big Phil and Todd come in to take some of the pressure off.
Good job by Şengün to get to the ball. Steps into the lane, gets turned back, finds Smith in the corner, has to over Grant. No good. Brooks the offensive rebound. And now he and Sharp have to be separated. And now he and Simons have to be separated. Şengün and Smith also mixing it up with Grant and Kamara. It's on.
The most, I'd assume.
Yeah,
Look at that rebound.
I mean, well, I am speculating and guessing here, but I think ultimately it might be 1T for Brooks, 1T for Simons, and
play on. You don't want to do something that could affect the game here. And again, no punches were thrown, nothing but some trash.
A losing streak, and you start the first of 4 on the road. This is how you're supposed to come in, especially playing against a Milwaukee team that's playing as good.
Well, Giannis got fouled going up, and now you are seeing some pushing and shoving after the fact as Franz Wagner doing his brother Mo Wagner proud. Mo's not playing tonight, but there's some history between the old Wagner family and the Antetokounmpo family.
I was in that bubble.
You saw it up close and personal. What do you make of this?
Yeah, we don't want that. We don't really want that in the game. You know, 2 hands in the back. Lucky is not as, as dangerous as it could have been, but you got to protect.
Hero and Amin Thompson locking up. Oh my goodness.
Gets thrown to the floor. Here come both benches. And now frustration's boiling over. And both teams red hot. Amin Thompson and Tyler Hero went after one another.
Frustration is right. That is 100% frustration. Fred VanVleet tossed earlier. And then Thompson locked up.
And Ime Udoka was just ejected. I think Ben Sullivan, Rockets lead assistant coach, may have been ejected. I've never seen this.
I mean, we've seen a whole lot more from the Rockets to be ejected. And
Ime and Ben Sullivan are now going to join Fred VanVleet.
This altercation will be reviewed as per rule.
Ben Sullivan and Ime Udoka have both been tossed. Fred was just ejected after the 5-second call. And then...
Yeah, there's a lot in this tussle.
And then the tussle. And this needs to be adjudicated and worked out. A lot of stuff go on here